Hello, you're welcome to my channel. Today I'll be teaching you how to make your own lightening cream, your own body lightening cream or body lightening lotion. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please kindly press the red subscribe button so that from time to time when I have something interesting to show you, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay, thank you very much. If you're also a returning subscriber, it's a pleasure having you here one more time. Today I'll be teaching you how to make your own lightening cream in the comfort of your home. Like I have always said from the beginning, it's not about how expensive a product is or how much money how much money you've actually spent on it that makes a product work. It all depends on what you actually put into that product that brings that desired result. Today I will be introducing you to a special powder, and this powder is very effective for every skin lightening. Now, most of the skin lightening creams and products you see out there contain some of these powders. There are quite a lot of powders and serums like these that are actually used in the production of skin lightening creams or lotion. This is kojic acid. It's called kojic acid. Now, if you hear the word kojic, the first thing that comes into your mind is acid, that could be dangerous, or that could have some kind of damaging effect on the skin, or just the word acid kind of evokes this kind of fear in us. But I'm here to assure you that there is nothing dangerous in this acid at all. In fact, it's 100% natural, it's 100% safe, it's 100% very effective for the purpose of skin lightening. So you can add it to your lotion, your body cream, your body oil, and all that. It's very safe. There is actually nothing wrong in kojic acid. And then secondly, kojic acid is a very potent ingredient for your anti-aging DIY beauty products. It's 100% very good in the use of anti-aging. For those of you that are very keen about having your skin renewed and refined and looking very young and supple, kojic acid is one very good ingredient that you should have in your skin beauty products. Okay, first of all, before I delve into the making of this cream, I always like to talk about the importance of having your workplace very clean. I mean, your work table, your workspace, wherever you're making your products should always be very clean. I have just done that. Secondly, protect your hands. Always keep your hands clean, because you'll be having contact with your products, your creams and all that. You don't want to have germs being put in your body creams or your face lotions. So it's important you have your hand gloves on. I have just introduced to you the kojic acid. That's one of the major ingredients we'll be using for this. And then you can also use any cream of your choice. This is the cream I'll be using for this particular demonstration. This is the one I want to use. So you can use any cream of your choice. It's not a problem at all. And then the next ingredient I'll be using is one very important ingredient that is very good for anti-aging products. If you are very keen in having a very supple and young look and you want to fight that anti-aging process so badly, hyaluronic acid is one is one serum you should have for all your, especially face products, your face oils, your face lotions, your face creams and all that. So I'll be using this hyaluronic acid. And then the next one I'll be using is my glycerin and rose water. I'll be using my glycerin and rose water. That's another one I'll be using for this demonstration. And then I'll also be using my vitamin C oil. I have a very little one. It's not much at all, but if you can get something new, that'll be better for. I have vitamin C oil I'll be using. And then I'll also be using my pure glycerin. I'll be using pure glycerin for this demonstration also. That's it. And then I'll also be making use of this very special product. It's called Beauty Series Oil. Now it's optional. I might be using, I might not be using. It just depends on how the outcome of the cream at the end of the day. So it's gonna be the last item I'll be adding to the cream. And then for your measurements, you need your measurement spoons or whatever. I have 2 of it here. It depends on the quantity of whatever I'll be adding to the cream. And then I also need my spatula to enable me mix my products. Now, I really do not advise using metal spoons or forks to mix your products. I don't really like it because there was a particular time, I think, when I did a course on how to mix and how to pro-mix body creams and all that. I was taught that you should not make use of excuse me, you shouldn't make use of metal stuffs like teaspoons, like metal spoons on metal plates and all that. I really don't know why it is, but I just think maybe it's because of the rusting effects, just to avoid some having contact with spoons or metal spoons or whatever that has rusted, and then the fear of applying it or the fear of using it to mix your creams or to tone your products. I think it's just a bit dangerous to the skin, so I rather go for this. This is it's kind of flexible, it's rubbery in texture, so that's it. So let's get down to it. Okay, first of all, we are going to you're going to have add 7 tablespoons of rose water into a cup. I've just done that. My rose water, I have just added 7 tablespoons. In here I have 7 tablespoons of rose water in the cup. The next thing you got to do is you get your kojic acid. And then you add, now depending on the quantity of cream you want to mix, but because I'm mixing quite a huge number of cream, I'm mixing quite a lot, so I'll be putting 1 tablespoon of kojic acid into the rose water. Yes. I'm putting 1 because this is half. This spoon is half tablespoon, so I have to put it 2 times to get the required quantity into the rose water. And the next thing, we have to just stir in a little for it to mix properly, and then we heat it up. Now you don't heat it up using a microwave or don't cook it. We use a double boiling method. By so doing, it mixes properly, because if you put it in the microwave, you're going to you're going to cook out all the ingredients contained in the rose water and the kojic acid. So follow me, let me show you how to do the double boiling method. So for the double boiling method, you use a pot. You use a pan. You can just place the pan in water, put a little water in the pan and put it on the heat. You put a little water in your pan and put it on fire. Try as much as possible to put it on the lowest heat, because you are not actually cooking the water, you're just trying to heat it up, So while this is getting warm, while it's boiling, you put you can now place the mixture of kojic acid and rose water into the pan. This is called the double boiling method. By so doing, you are not cooking, you're just trying to heat up your mixture of kojic acid and the rose water. And remember not to put it on high heat, just little, low heat. The aim here is just to warm this mixture and to mix it up. Now, while you have your mixture and your double boiling method, remember to keep stirring so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the cup. It doesn't cake down there. So from time to time, keep stirring until your mixture is properly, melted together. So now I have mixed the kojic acid and the rose water. I have preheated it. I've done it in the double boiling method. You can see right now that it's all mixed properly. You can't even see the traces of the kojic acid again, because naturally the kojic acid is very gritty in nature. It's like, it feels like sand when you pour it on your skin, but because it has been heated properly, it has melted with the rose water. Now all you can just see is rose water and no sign of kojic acid at all, so which means it is properly heated, properly melted. Now the next step is to pour your hyaluronic acid into the rose water. For this, I'll be using, let me use a spoon instead. Okay. For this, I'll be using 1 full beaker of the hyaluronic acid with it. If you don't have this, just assume like you buy your own hyaluronic acid and it doesn't come with this this kind of beaker mouth. You can just use a tablespoon to measure it. You use a teaspoon, right? I'm sorry, to measure it. So you put 1 teaspoon of the hyaluronic acid into your mixture. So I'll be using 2 of these because I want it to be very, very effective into the mixture. Give it a little stir. And then I'll pop it into my fridge. Let it cool down for a while. I'll be putting it in the fridge to cool it down for a while. Okay, so I have my mixture right now. I've just brought it out from the fridge because it has cooled down. One of the reasons for putting it in the fridge is just so that it doesn't, the heat from the mixture does not melt the cream you're actually mixing it with. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, again, my container. I'll be using this container to mix my cream. And then I just get the quantity of cream I need. I'll be adding my mixture into it gradually as you stir. Then you add a little, you stir, you add a little, you stir. At this point, I'll be putting my vitamin C oil, my beauty series oil, it is always a problem. I'll be putting my beauty series oil, just a few drops, and a little bit of my glycerin. and stir. Just make sure you stir so that everything can, all the ingredients, all the products in it can, you know, melt properly and equally. Now, if at any point while you're stirring you discover that your cream is too watery, if you think your cream is too watery, you can add a little bit, excuse me, you can add a little bit of your glycerin. This acts as a thickener kind of, to thicken it. If you think your cream is too watery at any point, you add a bit of glycerin. If it's not, you carry on mixing. Then I'll be adding a little bit more of my kojic acid mixture, because this is an extra whitening cream, so I really need it to, you know, be very effective. And voila, you have your whitening cream. That's it. So thank you very, very much for joining me. Thank you very much for watching this beautiful skin recipe. From time to time, I'll be bringing in more videos. So if you subscribe to my channel, then you'll be notified whenever I do that. Thank you.